you. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by today. Glad you could. I was, you need a live mic. I didn't turn the mic on. Oh, my goodness.
We had a show after us yesterday, so.
Shut it down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Leave it like you found it. Hope you're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. That was a strange shot. What was that shot you had up there?
That's the newsfeed shot.
Oh, you can throw that out. Oh, there you are. We got a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
There's the studio. There's my, see the Starbucks bag. Get that out of the shot. Well, you boys have an answer to that? You have an answer to everything else I ask you when I ask you about alcohol and fast food. And you have any idea why women live longer than men?
I don't want to get anything thrown at me.
You have to give you have to be careful how you answer that. You don't want to say something that gets you in trouble.
I think they're not. Okay, I have white coat syndrome since we found that out yesterday, and I don't think
Gary has the blood pressure of a person who's has the IQ of a genius. It's awfully high.
So I think that when they're sick or to take care of, they're more conscious of taking care of their health than men are.
It's not a bad answer. Why do women live longer than men? Why do you think, Stephen?
Why do women live longer than men?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know.
I'm surprised. You usually have an answer.
I mean,
for
I could have a funny answer for it, but
what's the funny answer?
Well, I mean, not necessarily funny, but they take care of us. So they need to be there in order to take care of the men.
Okay,
kind of a motherly type of.
So you think this is nature's way? You think you think we've naturally selected through evolution for women to live longer? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
In a word.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's an interesting thought. Those are both good answers. Women do live longer than men. We're going to talk about that, among other things, today. And Richard Passwater will be our guest. And so we always encourage you. I always start the show by saying, I encourage you, please, don't hesitate to call the show. I noticed that we're getting more calls now that, I don't know, people are taking a risk. They'll ask questions or they'll ask about something or say something. It's not necessarily safe, and they're because they're putting themselves out there. They may be revealing something about themselves. It is about trust. You don't want to call a show and then get broadsided. And I don't do that. I've never done that. I would never do that to a caller, ever. I won't do that to a guest either. I may do other things. I won't do that. This is a safe place to be. I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about religion. I don't care how you vote, and I don't care what you believe. That's your business. What I do care about is your health and your wellness and your well-being, and because I know we're all in this together, and we're trying to figure this out, and that's what counts in the end. And you have to stay connected to people, notwithstanding the fact that they may be on the other side of the spectrum on many things. That you believe, and if you can still like them and love them, even then, that's good, right? So I always wanted this to be a safe space for people. Feel safe. You can ask what you want. You can say what you want. And there will be no recriminations, no criticism, no, none of that. I don't do that. So that's what we've tried to do over 14 years. So you can call, you can connect with us and feel comfortable in doing that.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. Dr. Garko's personal email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. Follow us, like us, and share us on Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition, on the Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition, and subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have over 61,000 views, 1,100 videos. They're closed captioned, and they're archived by date at Let's Talk Nutrition on YouTube.
If you go to the CIA World Fact Book, or if you go to the World Health Organization website, and there are a couple of others, where you look at average life expectancy, what you will find, if you find an exception to this, I never really looked to see, but I always just assumed, without exception, in almost every country, women have a longer average life expectancy than men. Here, if you have a moment, find CIA World Fact Book. They usually the ranking of the U.S. on that list compared to the World Health Organization or the United Nations, all these different organizations that keep track of that particular statistic. The CIA typically ranks us. They're more conservative. At one point, we were at 50 in the world for average life expectancy. We're not doing all that great compared to other countries. And on that list, what Gary will find, and if you go and check it yourself, they'll give you average life expectancy for the general population. Then they break it out into gender, men and women. And I dare say, I don't think I ever saw on there where men live longer than women. So women do live longer. In the United States, the average man will be about 76. This is according to the CDC. And the average woman in America will live to about 81. Is that a 5-year difference? That's a lot. And anybody who is past 60, 5 years means a lot. If I could say to you, I can tag on another 5 years to your life, you'd be all ears. Say that to somebody 22 years old. I'm busy here. Don't bother me.
I'm busy with life here. Yeah.
All right? 5 years is a lot. A woman's extra years tend to be more healthy, moreover, than men's, it seems. The World Health Organization's, what they call the HALE Index, H-A-L, it's an acronym, calculates the number of years a man or woman can expect to live without a major disease or injury. That's an interesting statistic. And they find that American men can look forward to about 67 years of healthy life, where a woman can look forward to about 70 years of healthy life before, you have to take the car in for repairs, so to speak. Why is that? What is going on there? The male and female lifespan, this is something we've known this for a long time. And there are a number of different hypotheses that circle around this issue. And this is, as I pointed out, this is not specific to Americans. And it's not necessarily specific to humans. Come back, I'll tell you about that as well. Why do women live longer than men? Well, we'll see. So why do women live longer than men? That question, that has come up time and again, and that there is a number, as I said, hypotheses about that. I just went to the World CIA, Central Intelligence Agency's World Fact Book, and we now rank 43rd in the world for average life expectancy. We were at 50th on their list not long ago, not all that long ago, and apparently we've moved up a little bit. The World Health Organization has us ranked at 31st in the world. Let me see here. And female, male. Okay, 31st. And women, what is it, 81.6 years, and men 76.9 years. And as I go down this list, I don't see any exception. Country, I'm looking, I don't see where men live longer. And that's on the CIA World Fact Book. That's on the World Health Organization's list as well. Sierra Leone, by the way, is at the bottom. Their average, you want to know what their average life expectancy is? 50 for both sexes. Japan is number one. Their average life expectancy for both sexes is almost 84 years. And on the CIA World Fact Book, they got Monaco at 1. It's close to 90. It's 89 point something. Now, that's a pattern that, even you don't have to be a scientist to catch that pattern. Why is it? What is it about men and women that cause women to live longer? Think about what I talk about on this show a lot. Diet and what? Lifestyle. How people, what they eat, their relationship with food, and how they live is a clue. It's a clue. It turns out that this male-female lifespan gap is not restricted to Americans, not restricted to maybe humans. A quote from a Dr. Parminder Sukhdev. He's a professor of neuropsychiatry at the University of New South Wales in Australia. He specializes in human longevity. And he says, quote, "This gender gap in life expectancy is true for all societies, and it's also true for the great apes," close quote. Which I find the great apes totally intriguing, completely intriguing to me. I've seen documentaries on the great apes, and I sit there awestruck every time. They're amazing. Amazing. Why do women not love men? Dr. Sukhdev says that there are a few popular theories, some to do with biology and some to do with behavior. It's probably a combination of biology and behavior. I said lifestyle. Here's what he points out. And think about it. I mean, it makes good sense, right? What are men more likely to do that put them at risk? Gary Stevens said everything in my ear. They're more likely to what? Smoke?
Drink.
Thank you. They're more likely to smoke and drink excessively, and what else do I talk about on this show? The big epidemic of the 21st century?
Sitting.
No, the health that threatens the health of the world. The obesity epidemic. Men tend to be more overweight. They are also less likely to seek medical help, that Gary pointed out, according to Dr. Sukhdev. And if diagnosed with the disease, they're more likely to be non-adherent to the treatment, close quote. And then to top it off, men are more life-threatening risks and to die in car accidents